Hello there, Virgo. I'm Dadhichi from astrological.com.au. Brief update for the month of June 2012. Just having a quick snapshot of the heavens here, looking at the horoscope. I've actually got my camera there, so if I'm talking about horoscopes, I've got it in front of me here, so I can avoid sort of bits of paper and that sort of thing. Sign of Virgo is interesting just now. I've been talking about this for a while. The inimical planet Mars, arch rival to your ruling planet Mercury, has been transiting your sun sign just now. So what we've got here, depending on specifically which time of the month in Virgo you were born, a lot of you at varying times of the coming month will be experiencing this powerful energy of Mars. It's activating you. It can aggravate you too, because as I said, an enemy planet will do that. It's in the right angle to Venus, to your ruling planet Mercury. That really exacerbates the situation even further. So you've got to be careful not to lash out this month. We know how critical you are with everyone, including yourself. This could be very much directed at yourself, because Mars is in your sun sign of Virgo, and these right angles are to the ruling planet of Virgo. It's coming from your 10th house too, which is the ego development for Virgo, the sign of Gemini. So there's something going on here, Virgo. You could be angry at yourself. You could be angry at losing an opportunity, the work sector. You shouldn't beat yourself up over this. All these events that are happening to you really have a lot to say about how life and your karma is shaping you as a person. So it's okay to have the reaction, just as long as the awareness is there behind the reaction, so that you're gaining something out of this. Okay, you may have lost something, but that depends on whether you actually owned it in the first place. You may not have owned it at all. Your karma may determine that you're not meant to own that. Actually, this is the seed of something better happening. If you regard these events that have just happened in the coming month in the same way, Mars is going to help you. If you befriend the enemy, he'll help you against your other enemies. Okay, and that's the job that you have ahead of you this month. It can really be a problem for you, Virgo, in your relationships, however. We see here the it's what we call a loose opposition, because Mars has actually moved in the 180-degree aspect some weeks ago. But this is still carrying forward. The relationships, Mars and Neptune, are not really a good combination of celestial colors to mix. Neptune's very idealistic. It's sort of off in the clouds, and it is in its rulership sign now of Pisces, which dominates your marriage, your karmic relationships, significant communication with other people. And Mars is the dominant active planet. So these two planets are, in a sense, opposed energetically. The idealism is not really matching the activity. So if you're in a long-term relationship, for example, what you had aspired to may be falling way short of that. And the frustration that you're feeling in your relationships has to do with the fact that this Martian energy and the Mercury and the Sun and the Venus, love planet, are also not helping this Mars. They're challenging it. So you could be feeling is that a lot of different areas in the relationship are just not meeting your expectations. Could it be that the expectations are the problem? There was once a great man who said to me, "Get rid of what you haven't got." It can work for some of you. I'm not saying it's going to work for all of you. It's probably a little too philosophical for you just now. But it does tune into the Neptune vibrations of what needs to be done here. You do need to take a more sort of pragmatic, philosophical approach to it. Look at yourself in the equation. What is it that you're contributing to it? Like most of us, we just contribute our own energy to it. An event is just an event, no matter how bad it is. In that moment of the event, we just throw our energy into it, good or bad, neutral. If we throw our bad energy into it, as I've discovered in my own experience, it's usually like throwing petrol on a log. Fortunately now I'm able to just get through that quickly, and that's what I'm suggesting to you. Don't hang on to the thought or the anger or the frustration or the expectation. If it's not fulfilled, you need to redirect that energy into something else. What is that something else? Here we can see Mars for you has a lot to do with money too. The moon commences its transit of the month of June in the sign of Libra, which is your finances. So there's some fluctuations. Mars rules your joint finances. So some of your anger, another area here that I'm sort of jumping to because we don't have a lot of time, is your shared resources. This could be business partnerships. So for you Virgoans that are listening to this, your business partnerships could be in conflict. And this is going to have everything to do with the way you perceive each other's use of the shared money. So it's important that contracts are renegotiated, understandings are re-clarified in the business arena, not just your private arena. Because I think that's going to help you to resolve some of the problems that you're seeing. Some of these challenges can arise very, very quickly and abruptly. Uranus in the sign of Aries, which is the sign of Mars, and this area that has to do with shared resources could indicate that you've taken your eye off the ball. You're not really a step ahead of the game here with the people that you're transacting with. You need to keep your eye on the ball. Now that can be even dealing with a shopkeeper, buying something, taking your eye off the ball, finding that the change you receive is not enough, getting into an argument with them when actually maybe you dropped it. You go back and you may discover later you've been in error. They're the sorts of things, but even on a bigger level, if it's a business corporation, the people you're working with, those people that are entrusting their money to you or you to them, people that have loaned you money or money you've loaned to them, all these areas are going to come into clear focus this month. That will really, really come into the foreground of your experience when the moon moves through that area. And let me tell you, this is going to coincide strongly with the transition of the sun into the 11th house of profit for you around the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, that period. And the moon will swing around at that time, but first around the 15th to the 17th, there could be some trigger to this issue associated with the joint finances. The new approach to this will take place in the new moon. Last week of the month is a very strong period for that, where you can actually take some affirmative action after a period where this is really maybe blown up in your face. So being forewarned is forearmed, and that's what I'm hoping this reading for you can do this month, Virgo, because it does seem there's a lot of heat in the atmosphere there for you, but certainly not beyond your ability to analyze it without reacting too strongly. Thanks for your time here again. Join me at my website in the meantime. You can get lots of information there. The site is www.astrology.com.au. More than welcome to get your feedback. Look forward to your company next time. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye-bye.